Alright, last little bit. You should be almost done your packet, and if you're not, you should start worrying. And then you should go back and find what you need to fill in. Come see Miss Laura if you need any help doing that. So, we all know that as humans and animals, that we can react to stuff. If it's really bright out, you put some sunglasses on. If it's really hot, you might go dip in a pool or a lake. If it's really cold, you might throw on a hat and some long pants. If your cat's hungry and meowing constantly because he's starved, you might get up and go feed him just to make him quiet. I'm not yelling at anyone but Nuka. I'm pointing at you. So, we all know that animals react, but we don't really think too much about plants reacting. So plants actually do react. Just because they're stuck in one place their whole entire lives doesn't mean that they cannot move. So that's what we're going to look at today. So animals normally respond to stimuli by moving. Okay, so if something's poking you in the back constantly, you're going to walk away from it. Well, guess what? Plants can't walk away. So they have to respond in a different kind of way. Okay, so maybe another example is a loud noise in your ear. So plants respond as well. They can either grow towards or away from something, and this is called tropism. So tropism is when a plant grows towards or away from something. So in your head pop quiz, when a plant is hungry, is it going to grow towards or away from the sun? Think about it. If you said towards the sun, you're absolutely right. The tropism is going to move towards the window or towards the sunlight so that it can eat. So here it is. If you aced that quiz, you're already a whiz at this stuff, so you're good to go. So phototropism. So tropism is growing towards or away from something. Photo means light. Think about taking a photograph, okay? I know it's a picture, but normally pictures come with a flash. So phototropism means light movement. It's moving towards or away from the light. So the leaves, stems, and flowers all grow towards the light. Last year I had my plant in the window, and we could see I had to spin my plant around every couple weeks because it was growing so close to the window. It's in a different location this year, so we don't see it as much. But if you have a house plant at your house, go ahead and move it right into the window and watch its leaves. I'm going to link a video to today's post, and we're going to see that plants actually grow towards an open window or towards a light source. So I think it's pretty cool. So think about it as you receive more energy the closer you are to the sun as a plant, of course. Okay, just like my cat. When he comes up and meows to me, he knows he's going to get fed because he's annoying me. So just like my cat, this plant is growing closer to the sun so that it can eat more sunlight. So plants do play an important role in everyday life. We use these all over the place. We eat them. We eat a lot of them typically. You wear some of it as clothing. You're writing on plants right now. The paper you're using is a plant. You're most likely writing with a wooden pencil. That's a plant. Okay, so food and habitats. So a lot of animals will use plants as food and as places to live. Think of a squirrel living in a tree or a woodpecker poking a hole in the side of a barky tree. Cleaning water and protecting the soil. So plants, when they push their roots down into the soil, they actually help hold water and help hold the soil in place. Maybe if I can find a certain picture I'm looking for or a video, I can show you. So around here, you guys grow a lot of pine forest. People will harvest them and make good money off of it. But once those trees are harvested, the area is going to be more likely to flood because the trees aren't there to drink up all the water. So hopefully I can find some video to link to. I think that would be cool to see. Many are used in products. Like I said, you're writing on it. You're using it to write. You're probably wearing some clothing that has some cotton. In your lunchbox, most likely is some type of plant. Think of bread. I mean, bread comes from wheat. Wheat is a plant. I mean, all over the place is plant items. So algae is a food thickening agent. If you eat sushi, you eat kelp. Kelp is a protist, and I mean, I think sushi's okay. I know some people like it more. I think it's okay though. Algae can be used in a thickening agent. That Jello that we used for the bacteria, that is thickened or made into Jello with algae. Gelatin, some gelatins use plant, most gelatins use another product, but you can get some more organic gelatins. Medicinal, there's all types of plants out there that are used in medicine. A lot of, especially in a lot of other cultures, they might drink teas. They might rub certain plants on their skin to cure things. I know as a kid and still now, I get sunburnt a lot, and I have to use aloe to clear my sunburn. So my mom, who's also very pale, we always grew an aloe plant in our house, so that when we got sunburnt, we could very easily wrap it up and clean it up. There's a lot of different teas out there that are supposed to make you sleepy or awake. They're supposed to cure digestive issues, all kinds of stuff. And then peat. And it, like wood stoves and that kind of stuff. It's a layer of dead plant life in bogs that can be used to heat homes and cook food. So if you have a wood burning stove, you might put in chunks of wood, you might put in little kindling, you might put in some peat, all kinds of stuff you can use to heat your house up. So that's that. You are finished your packet. We're going to start preparing for your test today by giving you your study guide. And go back to Google Classroom or look at the front board to see what you need to do next.